All right, I'm just gonna start recording this right now. So, I might be doing an interview with Louis C.K., the comedian, or I might not be doing an interview with Louis C.K., the comedian. I'm getting ready to send him a link right now. I reached out to him on X, but the thing is, I don't know if it's actually Louis C.K. He said he wants to do the interview. However, right here, look, he wants to do the interview, but look, here he is right here. I'm gonna send him the link right now. But it says not Louis C.K., but quite a few people follow him. Mario Narfall. So I mean, Nick, Jake Shields, Hodge Twins, Tom Fitton, Anthony Cumia. So maybe it is. Oh, we're gonna find out right now. All right. Well, there it is. You know what I should probably do? I should probably hit this, like, ask the questions that only Louis C.K. would know, and that this person can't just try to look up real quick if it's not him. Like, when was here? I'll just ask AI. Give me 5 questions about Louis C.K. that only Louis C.K. would know. Let's see if AI can help me with this. Oh, wow. Look at this shit. What was the exact location and setting of your first stand-up performance that you consider significant in your career? Okay. What specific line or moment from your early unrecorded stand-up sets do you remember as a turning point in developing your comedic style? Okay. I was thinking more like his birthday. What was the first piece of personal advice or feedback you received from a fellow comedian that you still think about to this day? Can you recall the exact wording or content of the first draft of a particular famous bit from one of your specials before it was refined for the final recording? What was the most embarrassing or challenging moment you experienced while filming Louis that didn't make it into any episode? So, okay, these questions delve into personal experiences, early career moments, and private reflections that wouldn't typically be documented or known by the public. You know, we live in such a world right now where you don't know what's fake, you don't know what's real. That's why I'm recording this ahead of time, because I want you guys to see in real time. We're supposed to do 10 a.m. his time. That's 7 p.m. my time out here in Italy. And it shows that he's just seen it. Here to be the break from all the rage baiters. Well, we'll see. Could you imagine if it's really him? But it's just an audio only. So you guys are going to have to be the ones to decide. I'll ask a couple current events about the plane upside down and the Department of Government Efficiency. And
Hi, can you hear me?
hello?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Awesome. How you doing?
You're not Louis C.K.
Well, I could be not, or I could work for him. It's just like to keep the mystery alive. Everybody loves it. So
Well, let me ask you a couple questions then.
okay.
What was the exact location and setting of your first stand-up performance that you consider significant in your career?
I can't answer that. I'm not going to answer questions about my career or his career.
Okay, well then what specific line or moment from your early unrecorded stand-up sets do you remember at a turning point? Okay. So is it you or is it not you, Louis?
Can't answer that. My handle on X is not Louis C.K., and that's what I go by. Um,
Right.
Louis
Yeah, no,
KC. A lot of people think it's Louis C.K. A lot of people don't, and we're gonna keep that mystery alive. That's where we're gonna stand. And people love it and people hate it. And that's where we're gonna leave it at. I'm not gonna, I don't represent Louis C.K., but we're just gonna leave it there. And I don't want to talk about his or that career. But yeah, we'll just go from there. But we could talk about all the things Twitter. We could talk about my views on things, whatever you want to talk about. But
no,
yeah.
this sounds
Hmm.
great. I mean, the Hodge twins follow you, Mario Narfall. I mean, there's these prominent people that follow you. So that got me kind of thinking maybe this is, in fact, Louis C.K., or is this maybe just another stunt double account? Because you never know nowadays with all the crazies in the world that you might need a stunt double online to get those trolls to go after the stunt double instead of going after you, right?
Yeah, a lot of people actually think that that maybe like Louis C.K. would be that he would actually like fake it on purpose and be real. But just to be honest, like I guess just the way that I've always written, the way that I've always had comedy, it just kind of works out that we kind of match really well. So it's always worked, and I just left it that way because it's been funny and it's been fun for me and always. And I always get like even yesterday somebody sent me a link to somebody's video that had like 1 million views and they have like 800,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's like, oh, comedian Louis C.K. wrote this about Elon saying this on Twitter. Like it's just like they always reference what I write and stuff. So it's sometimes funny to see it like in the news or on videos. It's a fun thing, and that's just what the internet is nowadays. It's just parody, slash just stuff being thrown out, whether it's free speech or not, whether it's real or not, you don't know. So that's the fun part, I think.
It is. It's definitely the Trump presidency, in my
Mhm.
opinion. The next 4 years, this is all about trolling, and we all have a little troll in us, some more than others. But it's also about what are you trying to do? Be a troll. I mean, there's good trolls, there's bad trolls. Would you consider yourself maybe like the anti-hero of online trolls, perhaps?
Yeah, I actually don't try to grift, you say, because I think most of people that are like the influencers on there are just trying to make money, right? They're just in there, they're just trying to get clicks all day long. They're trying to just get a rise out of people all day long. And I am not trying to do that. I am literally trying to make my point, get my point across, even if it's for comedy purposes. I mean, I'll make jokes about things, but to make a point, like that's how you would do it with parody, right? So whether I like yesterday that plane flipping upside down, I'll make a joke about the banana boat guy coming in to help that airline the pilot, to give him some drugs so we could talk to the FBI agents or something like that, right? So like that's my job, is just to make a joke about things, I think. And then, but I also know that the place on X is so political that I can speak freely about political things. And it's kind of sad because people say just make jokes, clown, so just dance, clown, and because they think but then I'll say something political and it'll get 100,000 views over and over again. But then I'll make a joke that I think is hilarious, that a lot of people think is hilarious too, and it'll only get 30,000 views, right? So what do people really want? They really want the political stuff all day long. They want the left and right wing fighting against each other. They don't just want to joke and just to laugh about just harmless things, which is kind of
They want
sad.
drama. Can you see me, by the way, or no?
I can see you, yes.
Oh, okay. So you see the
Yeah.
camera in my hand. You see that coming back from this era where you have to film it, upload it, watch it. Now it's all about the now. You could just post now. People got the camera on their phone. It's all about look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at. It's like everybody needs more attention than a middle child in a Mormon family. And what you're telling me is you don't go about trolling. You're about using this platform to get your jokes out there while bringing attention to topics of discussion that are current events most of the time, but to give your little spin, but also try to maybe wake people up. Most people just want drama, though. They want the young and the restless, or as the world turns. And as the world turns, I realized that a lot of people don't know what the hell is even going on.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are hypocritical and they call each other sheep and stuff while they're just following the exact people and the exact things that they're just following each other. Like the right wing is just exactly following what Elon and Trump are saying, and the left wing is just going with whatever Biden or Kamala was saying, like nonstop. Like nobody's actually thinking for themselves anymore, and that's where I like to think of each little thing, whatever they're doing, on its face. What is really going on. I'm not gonna. And when you look at the actual real influencers, they will not make one joke about Elon because that will cost them money. That'll bring them down views. That'll bring them, or Trump too. Same thing, because that's going to take them away.
They're messing with their money, so they can't do that.
You can't mess with that because it's not. I mean, they still have freedom of speech, but they don't have freedom of reach, right?
Well, they're losers. I call them anyway. There's this guy called Joey not Joey.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
So there's people on X. Sorry, there's certain people that it's like, dude, do you have to believe you're not even questioning what Elon is? It's just everything he says. You're like, yep. Just with hopes that he sees you. Like you're waiting. It's like you have three brothers and dad's always busy and he never looks at you and you just want him to get you. You just want him to see you. And it just there's so much of that. It's just ridiculous.
It's all hypocritical to me too, because then you go back to like when the 13th child thing. Like, they could post all day about African Americans have fatherless. The whole problem with African American society is fatherless people all day long. And then he has a 13th child, and then they say, "Leave him alone. Leave my father alone. Leave Elon, that's Lord and Savior, alone all day long." And because it's just they don't understand the hypocrisy. Well, they do, but they will not actually admit to it. You know what I mean?
No, it only goes to whatever fits their whoever's narrative. I mean, think about what happened with this guy called Raw Alerts on X, who I got my news from. I don't know if I'm going to get my news from him now. Damn it, dude! I don't know if you heard, but that guy puts on the furry faces and got these grifters. They're all these people. Yep. I'm sorry, my brain is. Did you hear about that guy? The Raw Alerts?
No, what happened with him?
Well, I don't know if I can pull up the photo.
I see the account is still up. He still has blue check and 1.2 million followers. And I used to follow it. I don't follow it anymore because I usually stop following that stuff once it becomes the same tweets over and over again. And they just recycle each other.
They're all regurgitating each other's information, and it's not really content creation. It's just it's not really content creation. It's just regurgitation. But that being said, the owner of that, he's a 28-year-old guy. There's been tweets and videos going back like almost a decade, and he's like in these kinky sex things with the mask with the dog. And anyway, these people they're not who they. It's just weird. It's just weird people. There's just they come off as one thing. But they're not. And just to piggyback off what you said earlier about people bringing up race, I mean, you want to see and listen, I don't care black, white, or whatever, but as me being a white guy, I got to take some accountability. I mean, look at these white folk right here. Look at this.
But really make sure you get, really zapped. Get zapped, right? Get zapped into laughter.
Zapped into laughter, or not even that. What about when they're just screaming?
Oh, I see. This one's 2 years ago. It's pretty funny. There's some pants where the guys go to be more masculine and they hug each other, right? Seen those too.
No, I'm just saying we're all messed up, dude. It doesn't matter which race, which religion. We're all racing to the end of time, and that time might be coming a lot sooner because we send the damn asteroid. I mean, come on, dude. I was on X a little too much the other day, where it actually got me. I started trolling like for a good couple hours. There was it was almost like, oh wow, like I'm being a negative prick. Oh, look at this, like there's this one guy called I Fight for Kids and whatever. He catches what's, but the guy was complaining that he wasn't getting paid by X, and I wrote a comment. I was like, so you only do it for the money, and I get it. We're not picking berries. We need money, but you know what I mean? Going from the days of just creating videos with your friends and just loving to do it. And then you got these people that say, I do it for the kids. I said, you should change your name to I Fight for Kids, but for money. What I'm saying is you can't look like you're some kind of nice guy and just admit it. It's okay. But admit it, you do it for the money. You go after these people, you do it for the money. Don't make it seem like you're doing it for the kids, dude. You don't, that might be that, okay, it might be a reason, but it's not the reason. It's because you're making clicks and views and it's money. Even though and then if you criticize that, people are like, oh, so you're defending these sickos that he catches? No, I'm not. I'm just saying, don't say you do it for the kids, because that's not the reason why you really do it.
I think this day and age you could be easily rich if you just lose your soul and have no morals. Because if I wanted to, I would just change my name to or be a fake celebrity that loves right-wing people right now on X, because that's who runs it right now. So then that everything that, oh, Grok 3 is coming out, it's the greatest thing to ever happen in the world, million views, and then I'd say Elon, oh my gosh, he's the greatest thing to happen in the world, and then Trump just did this, oh my, and just go along with that, and then just look at all the, just copy them all. It's so easy, but is that real? No, I wouldn't be able to look myself in the face the next morning. You know what I mean? But you could make money doing that, but is that a way to live? And are you being real? No. And no. I don't think half of people are being real. I don't think 98% of them are. So I think that's not the right way to go about life, and I don't think they're happy. But whatever, if they want to make money doing that, then so be it.
For me, back in 2020 when Kobe Bryant died, I've been making videos on YouTube since early days, but then I took some time off, and long story short, in a nutshell, in 2020, I thought I'd go live. I put in a title, Kobe Bryant Conspiracy. Within moments, thousands of people tuned in. This is right after the plane crashed, a helicopter crashed. Anyway, in that moment, as I was talking to myself, because nobody was in the live stream, all of a sudden, all these people start showing up, and I'm like, oh, hey, what's up? Anyway, in that moment, I realized the powerful tool of this internet, how live in the moment. I mean, it's different from uploading, how I used to do it, and how being in the now, like Alan Watts would say, like in the damn, oh, it's new rules for Canada. Alan Watts, living in the now. And what I'm saying is, what am I trying to say? My point is, yes, 98% of people aren't real. They're not being genuine. And if you go viral for saying some kind of N-word or doing something radical, then you always have to be that. But if you can just, I mean, kind of like how you can kind of, me, I can just go live, do my thing. I don't got to worry about shit. It's like if you lie a lot, you got to think about the lie. Like I just do my thing. And that's because it's just me. A lot of people can't be them. So what does that say about, okay, hold on, I'm jumping off. Even the Facebook with the fake bots, like, do you even know if you're really talking to people when you're liking comments? I mean, how do you really know when somebody's real? I mean, do you get where I'm going with this? Because we're getting. Oh, I
know, because who I am, a lot of people think that they talk to me in my DMs and stuff, and I ask them how they post and stuff like that, and they do it at night, and they will schedule 40 posts for the next day. They go back to their old ones 6 months ago, and they'll schedule those again. They'll go back, they'll look at they'll look at 16 different memes from other people. They'll schedule the same ones. They'll go looking on different accounts on Instagram and Facebook and have those scheduled at certain times. And then, just what would you do in this situation? All those types of things. And then nothing is actual genuine. It's just the algorithm they're playing with. And then once in a while, if they see something that they need to jump on throughout the day, they will post that they think is genuine, but it's only because they think they need to be with their friends or with the group and on that side of things. You know what I mean? Like they need to be right wing, but it's all based on just trying to game it. You know what I mean?
Right, so it's not. Yeah. Tired after a while, you're playing this thing that you don't even like. It's not even you.
No, it's not them. Yeah, exactly. And it's like, oh, breaking news, developing this Bill Gates danced with Hillary Clinton. What do you think is happening? I'm like, I think they went to a party together. They're dancing. Oh, sure. Okay. Do you think they're trying to kill everybody? Maybe. Who knows? But I mean, like they're just trying to get millions of clicks, which is fine. But it's just, I mean, then you can do the other side of it too.
Content creator. Sorry.
No, exactly. It's not content. It's just trying to get everybody to get. It's called what is it called? Anger farming or whatever. It's trying to
rage clicks or
rage baiting. That's what they're doing all day long. And then what we've seen lately is that the people no longer are going to like church and stuff like that. It's just if the world is going downhill as far as morality, like what is morals these days anymore? Like, is Andrew Tate our next thing of like who is morality? You know what I mean? Like you can't.
I didn't like that.
How is he even right wing? How is he even supposedly a part of the right wing? Like, how does that work when he's supposedly saying free Gaza, and then all of a sudden Trump comes in and says we want to build a resort on it, and then how are they even connected? How does that even work? And
that's how I wrote to you, because he wrote to you. He responded to you. I seen you on X. I thought it was Louis C.K., which it's not saying it's not you, but it could be, but it could not be. But then I wrote to you anyway. But yeah, screw that. I'm sorry. Dude, not everybody wants 13 kids with 4 different women. And how damn somebody with that much influence even suspect or even say that that's something you should be like, dude, it's an idiocracy.
Yeah.
Just because we're in a population decline doesn't mean we need to pop out kids if the kids are going to be
without fathers. He says like, oh, because you're a beta if you or whatever. He called me a soy boy if you're just gonna have kids just to be with one woman and and raise them. Oh, how dare you? And like and then I wrote back saying, well, our country was based on Christian ethics, and that's what the right wants. And are you not? I guess he's not right wing then. I guess because that's what it's supposed to be.
Just cherry picking, like you were saying earlier. They cherry pick Elon, dude. It's just it's cool that you understand that.
Mm-hmm. Like you can't be both. You can't be conservative Christian and also be for Andrew Tate. That does not make sense to me, and that's somehow working together. You know what I mean?
It's like the left has been totally dismantled, and now the right
is fractioned. Yep, it's also fractioned. Because the main thing they did was, it's super smart to me. These guys are geniuses, and they're doing it the right way. But I think it's for money. All you have to do is free speech has got to be above all, and you have to dismantle the media, because then you have no way to fact check anything, and then you dismantle everything. And there's no place for source, for truth, for anything. They don't believe in Snopes. They don't believe in anything. You just now have idols. Now you have Elon as your idol. Now you have Musk as your idol. Now you have Tate as your idol. That's all they're looking for. They just need a leader. They no longer, people used to listen to, CNN or Fox, which is that wasn't good either. But at least they could fact check themselves with a certain website or certain go to something they tried to trust, like a Snopes or like a British website that was third party or something like that.
Everybody has to fend for themselves now, basically. And what David Icke's been saying, you're kind of giving me the same thing. Legacy media is done, but the alternative media now it's no different. You got these certain people that push this information, and it's just a new package. It's just a new label. It's an illusion of choice.
Yes, but and you get to decide what is right and wrong now up to yourself. There is no moral baseline anymore to anything in life. You know what I mean?
Well, what do you mean? You see it. Say you're getting ready to walk into a gas station. There's an elderly woman behind you. You open up the door. You let them go in first. Let's say there's an old man in front of you, or at the counter taking his time because he's old to take the money out, and somebody's getting all agitated because he's taking so long. And he says, "Hurry up, Grandpa!" And then you say, "Why don't you shut the hell up and show some respect?" You mean people just don't do that shit anymore? People don't care about that.
That was the '90s, maybe back when people had some respect. But why should we now? Who's saying that you should? You know what I mean?
I got you.
I'm just playing devil's advocate because what is that based off of?
Just something I thought we're all kind of born with, I guess.
Because we raise our children. We don't do that anymore. You know what I mean? So where is it supposed to come from now? You know what I mean? We got nothing no more. unless we have some type of moral baseline, we need some type of like Christian baseline, or we need some type of we need some type of politeness. Maybe we need parents. We need some type of something to actually, put 10 commandments. I don't know whether it's Christian or what do we want to do, but we got to do something to actually come back to center where we actually are polite to each other. Maybe just treat each other as friends and community again.
Well, nobody has no friends. We don't have no damn community. We don't even have it online. Look at this. We got this beautiful device where I'm talking to you in real time. We got the phone and everybody's taking photos of their food to upload it. I think a very small percentage of people really understand the power of this. And maybe I've done too many mushrooms and I was tripping looking at my phone. I'm just telling you, this is what we're doing. This is what the beauty, this is what needs to be done. Connection, not consumption. And I want to throw this to you before since we only have so much time here, I wanted to get your opinion on this. What if, just hear me out, 2016, what if everything is a simulation? What if Donald Trump is the perfect, because, let's be honest, when it comes to TV and stuff, don't tell me no Bollywood is good. I don't care what you say. Just because they have more people watching it doesn't mean it's good. It's America. It's the TV. It's Hollywood. It's the political theater. I mean, we are like that star that shines bright. Okay, simulation. What if 2016, 2020, 2024 were all meant to happen? 2016, Donald Trump, 2020, that whole thing to get us all to go left, wokeism. They wring it dry, right? Kamala Harris didn't even come out when she lost. She just left her people to hang. I mean, they literally just left their people to hang. But was this all because to get us to where we are now? We went to so far left. Now we're going to go like really over to the right. But that was the whole point, to get us all the way to the right. So you know what I mean? Because this all just, it seems like everything's happening like it's supposed to happen or some weird shit. I don't know. Like Trump
I kind of agree with you. I kind of agree with you on a lot of this. Yeah, that maybe a lot of us needed to wake up on how stupid it was getting, because the left was the ones making all the jokes. They were funny, right? Like you had the Letterman, you had Jon Stewart's and Colbert. Everybody, they were the only ones.
Jon Stewart.
Yeah, they had everybody. They were the funny ones. Even the comedians were all liberal, and they made the jokes because they were the funniest. And right-wing people seemed evil back then, right? They seemed evil. They just said, "I want to take all the money, whatever. All the little guys can starve. Blah blah blah. Nobody gets anything. We just want to take it all." And that's what it seemed like. And then after a while, the left just kept going more and more left, more and more left. And then when it got to like, trans whatever stuff, into locker rooms, and when it got to all the other stuff, then the right started getting funny. It started, online. They started jumping on online and started making fun of the left, and they had no defense. They said, and then Trump just dunked on them and said stuff like, "Oh, I'm going to have LeBron James, Kyrie Irving on my team, and we're going to jump on the WNBA," and they can't respond. You know what I mean? And it's just. And
because he's smart, right? Yeah, like we talked about this troll time that we live in. He's the king troll. He has the right people with him on the internet. When a story gets out there, he could be the one to take the shine, to be the one talking about it through the memes or through this. That's why with you and the account, if it's you or not you, or it doesn't matter. It all goes well with what time we are in right now in the history of this digital age. And social media's been around for over 2 decades now. I remember MySpace days. Now YouTube's been, it's we're up in it. It's still early, but it's still like we're up in it now. And it just seems like it feels like it's some kind of play, man. And I just want to say I appreciate you even jumping on. This was cool. I did a little video. I just want to let you know, 2 minutes before we were already recording. I was like, I don't know who this is. I reached out. And then you just jumped in. We just started recording. So I'm just letting you know, we just went.
No worries.
Right. I gave a little anyway, but we're here. We did the video. That's the beauty. So what I want to wrap up right now is say connection. I just reached out, how we just had a cool conversation, and now we're going to put it back out into the ether. I mean, that's what I think. I mean, anyway, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to partake in, being myself, talking with people such as yourself, and just putting it out there and being that real and being that you, to encourage other people to be themselves, even though you're being Louis C.K., but you're not, but you're being you, but but you're
Well,
not. You
for
are.
me, I don't want to be famous. I have beautiful family and all that, and I don't want to ruin any part of that, And so that's why I don't put myself out there. If I did, if I did, I would, I would go full on and do it. But I don't. That's just where I'm at right now. So like, I just want to stay. I like staying in the background. You know what I mean? And I've seen how terrible people can be. You know what I mean? Obviously, having almost 200,000 followers, people can be evil. You know what I mean? So
Oh yeah, I've been
yeah,
doxxed before when I lived in
yeah,
LA.
right.
Yeah, and
It's not
people
fun.
stalk you, and just
Yeah,
because
and
you
it's
have
like,
a view.
yeah, exactly. So it's not fun. It's not a fun place to be. So I'm excited that I got to experience it without experiencing it. But it's and people are going to believe what they want to believe anyways. Even if I say who I am or who I'm not, they're still going to believe what they want to believe. You know what I mean? So it doesn't really matter to me. And it's not like I make a bunch of money on there anyways because I don't have I am not pregnant. You know what I
Well,
mean?
hey, Lewis, I
Yeah.
honestly, this was a great conversation with you, and I'm just glad to have you here on the Off Topic Show, and yeah, this was cool, man. Thanks
Well,
for
thanks.
no,
Well,
well,
yeah.
thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and am I following you right now? Where is this? Where's the follow button?
Yeah, you're on there. It says check mark right there.
Right where? I already followed you, right?
Yeah, you're following. It
Yeah,
says
I'm just
the little
passing out right
person.
now. No, seriously, dude. So anything you want to say to people before we go? If you could just hit the online world with something to kind of wake up the normies, wake up the sheeple people. Come on, give me a message to end it. Come on.
Yeah, I don't think that there is a left or a right. You don't have to be on one team. You can choose each thing that happens to yourself. I don't think that there's some big movements that you have to be a sheep and just follow like everything that Elon or Trump says, or follow everything that Kamala or Biden, whoever the next left wing person says. You can just be. I wish that our world can have a common sense party. That's what I want somebody to build that. Maybe one day I'll fake it and somebody else will start it because I don't want to be in politics, but I want like a common sense party, that we can somehow be all together and just choose each little thing, each thing. Maybe we can all vote for each little, bill that goes to Congress. Somehow we get a little closer to that. I know we'll never get there, but not just all hate each other at some
Right.
point, because it's seeming to get more divisive. And I'd like it to get closer because, I used to consider myself more middle left. I think I'm more middle now, but, and I love people on the right and I love people on the left. But it seems like people on the right hate people on the left and people on the left hate people on the right. And I don't think it should be that way. So
Nope.
I think that we should just all think for ourselves and just and use your brain a little bit more instead of just following whoever you follow.
I think that's great. Once again, you're Louis C.K., right?
I cannot confirm or deny that.
All right, buddy. Hey, thank you again for being on the Off Topic Show. Stay highly positive, and I'll be checking out your tweets on X.
All right, that's good. I'll see you later.
Late. Oh man. Oh, dude. All right, you know what? I don't care if it was fake or not. I had a great conversation with somebody. That's the beauty of the internet. It's what it is, dude. I had fun. You guys have fun. Comment below. Did you like that? I liked it. That's the beauty of the internet. That's all I know. All right, guys, watching the Off Topic Show. I'm out of here. Oh my God.